Then it's back to Jug, you know?
Welcome to Offstage. I'm your boy, M Dub.
And I'm your boy, Reese.
Welcome to episode 695. It's special. We back. It's a lot of shit going on in the comedy game in the world.
Is we ending the season with this episode or what?
Nah, we ain't ending the season.
Shit.
We just narrowing down, and we know we gonna do a season 2.
Okay.
So we gonna let people know, you know, when we get shit situated.
Hey man, it's a lot of shit going on.
It's a lot of shit.
I
just did the Hell Washington Culture
Yeah,
Center
big up for
Mother's
that.
Day. It cracked. You know, Michael Blackson. I feel like Michael Blackson knew who I was.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like when he shook my hand, he was like, good set. I felt like he seen me before, and he
was on the side watching before you went up.
Yeah, and he told me good set. But niggas always say that, so I don't never take it like, oh, I did. Like, I'm at the point where I don't need niggas' approval. Like, I don't need,
Right.
You know, when you knew, you be like, oh, said I'm fun. Like, I'm way past that. Like, I don't give a fuck if niggas don't. But, you know, he was cool. Michael Blackson always be cool. I met him like 50 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I understand when people you met don't know you.
Exactly.
Or because that happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Where somebody be like, yo, remember? And I'd be like, I don't.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So with this Jess and Damon shit, I'm not mad at her for saying she don't know Damon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The girl was born in 92. And then the channels of how she come through comedy wasn't the way we came through comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where you had to come to Chicago, do a run, do Damon room, or a nigga had to vouch and call. When you from the internet, you got views, you bypass all of that. And that shit just drop you right at the comedy club.
Yeah.
You know, so
and you make your own rules too.
You make your own rules. You don't gotta go by the rules that we go through where you have to know Damon.
Right.
Like when in Detroit, you have to know Foolish and those guys who's been doing it 25, 30 years in those cities.
Yeah.
You from the internet, nigga, you getting booked. You jumped over
Right,
all
all
niggas,
of that. You selling out.
You selling tickets. You selling hamburgers and hot dogs. So it's a different game, you know, and people like, oh, you should know who Dame. I mean, granted, you should as a comedian.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like, you know, it's like, okay, you know, I'm sure after she seen them and be like, okay, I probably had met him, but it ain't no big deal like what people trying to make it like. She didn't come up that way, so it's no foul for me.
Right, I agree.
Right? I feel like if she was in the trenches and you spent time in the city and you did riddles and you did jokes and notes, then it'll be like, she done none of those things. She never been to Francis. She never ate Harold's. You never probably, I don't know if she even been to Chicago and just been here.
Yeah, been here for a week or two. And just, you know,
she probably did the Wind Trust or the Airy Crown, got on the plane, went, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping on that type of shit. What I'm tripping on her about when somebody asked her to name some comedy specials.
Right.
And she couldn't name comedy specials.
5 comedy specials.
That's when you need your ass beat as a comedian. You can't say, you know, Delirious or raw or Bring the Pain or any. You could have named the big ones. Like, you don't got to name Bill Burr or
could have named
Robin
Kevin Hart
Harris.
shit.
You could have named all big
Jamie
people.
Foxx.
Right. So it's like, yo, but to each his own. She making more money than me. So I don't be getting no fuck when they be, oh, these people ain't funny. Look, man, motherfuckers getting this money. G.
And I think that's kind of all that matters is when you feeding your family and getting this money.
And you can go on tour, bring people with you.
Yeah.
And if you smart, if you not funny and you got dates, get some niggas and take them on the road and get funny.
Yep.
Like, ain't nobody finna judge. If I was in that position where I'm getting booked and I really don't got an hour or 40 minutes, I'm grabbing niggas.
Fill that time up with other niggas.
Help me write me a 40-minute every fucking show, bro. This what we gonna do. Boom. And fuck with them niggas.
If you were smart.
Fuck with them niggas. Don't switch up the lineup. Don't take new niggas. Take them same niggas.
Take them niggas.
Work on your hour.
And let them be your plastic cut boys.
And work it. But who knows? You know what I'm saying? What else in the news?
Nigga, Tory Lanez.
What about him?
The bodyguard of what's her name? Kelsey Harris.
Who is Kelsey?
That's Megan Thee Stallion's best friend.
Okay.
The bodyguard has come forward and said she is the one that shot Tory Lanez and not Tory Lanez.
You mean shot Meg Thee Stallion?
Megan Thee Stallion, yeah.
And what that mean though?
That means whatever he went to jail for is false.
So let me say this. So Tory had the chance to say, no, that bitch shot her.
And he never said nothing.
Well, you a goofy mob. Because I don't know what code you trying to uphold.
He thought he was gonna get to court and that shit was just gonna come out.
Nah, you should have told.
Right.
You should have said that bitch shot that bitch. Like, I don't know what street cred these niggas trying to
do
get.
that even go on the lines of snitching?
I'm telling, boy. The police coming here right now and one of you niggas got something. I'm telling, boy. That's my man shit. This my studio.
Right.
I don't got no drugs and guns in here. If they find some, that's my man shit. That ain't mine, boy. I'm telling. Ain't none of that. I got kids. I gotta go home to my kids tonight. Not in the morning. Not next week. I ain't one of them niggas. But I'm gonna fight it. I'm telling.
So you think he should have spoke up?
What?
I mean, of course he should have.
Now you in jail for getting killed.
Right. He got
for shit you didn't
got
do.
stabbed 14 times.
And because you didn't say shit.
Yes, on the yard. And I think that's what made the security guard speak up. Because now he feels guilty.
Plenty of time to cooperate and tell the people what happened.
He blames Jay-Z and Rock Nation for they lawyers because they got involved because that's what she signed to.
And you could have said, I'm sorry, Mr. Carter. I'm sorry, big time attorneys. Check that bitch hand for residue on that pistol. She shot the pistol.
Right. And what's crazy, a witness said it. A witness said from their window they saw her with the gun.
And didn't get no statements or never said who, right?
Yeah.
So they gave him that time.
10 years.
And you from Canada. He from another country, right? Yeah. And they got him up out of here, right? And then now they saying he didn't do it.
Ooh.
Where I'm from, sir.
It's called.
You called a goofy mob. You a goofy mob.
Yeah, man.
Because you could have been out making albums and you know what I'm saying? But, I don't know if that, I don't know if what they, so now what? They going to look into his
that
case?
I don't know. I don't know if they taking his, if he recusing his first testimony or what.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Shout out. Oh, yeah. My son graduated from college Friday.
Yeah. Big up. Look, cuz.
That's huge. My oldest boy graduated from college, played football 4 years. Fucked a few hoes. I'm not proud of he only fucked a few.
You want him to fuck more? Tear that shit up.
I need you to get the full college experience.
Get a little STD, huh?
Your dick need to look like a stock crunch. When you graduating, your shit need to be knotted up. You can't walk.
Ran through the this hall.
Your shit supposed to look like Cassie shit. Like,
oh my God.
This Diddy shit.
Hey, Cassie freaky to the motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that though. I mean, we knew
they made it seem like it was all Diddy.
Nah, it wasn't Diddy. She liked that shit too. But it's just.
Did you hear about when she the nigga peed on her and they kicked him out because he didn't drizzle?
They some freaky motherfuckers. When they made that song, you some freak. They was thinking about Pink Puffy. You some freaky motherfucker. That's Puffy and Cassie. So I don't know what they can lock Puffy up for at this point.
It's crazy. Like, what can you lock him up for?
Unlawful use of baby oil, maybe.
Too freaky.
A freaky felony.
A freaky felony.
I don't know what the criminal.
They're about to make some shit up.
I think they just want to jam him up, tie his money up, and then see what they can do.
Money.
You know what I'm saying? He probably get out, but they gotta take some money from him.
Of course.
So,
it's America.
And here's what's fucked up. He gave that bitch money not to talk.
And that bitch on the stand
and she
testifying
every day. So shouldn't Puff get his money back?
Man.
Get my motherfucking money back.
What type of system, man?
Hey, Puff need to call A.G. Wentworth, nigga. Call AG Wentworth, Puff.
Oh my God.
1-800-CASH now, right?
Bender and Bender.
Man, give my man his money back. Dog.
How you think her husband in there feeling?
That motherfucker looking at that bitch like, I know you fucking lying.
Really, bitch?
I know. You told me y'all kissed and you licked the back of his dick. You didn't say nothing about the pee, nothing about the pool of pee.
Oh my God.
They can't never have another argument.
Right. Nah, bitch.
Bitch, you can't never be like, baby, I ain't in the mood. But you let Puff run a train on your motherfucking ass.
With sex workers and shit.
All right.
While he was sitting in the corner.
You can't say shit. But I want to know how it's going to be like if he get out and he trying to discipline his kids. Boy, shut your freaky ass up talking to me, nigga. Get your freaky ass out of here, daddy.
Oh, daddy, get your
I told you clean your room. Shut your freaky ass up, boy.
Should have cleaned that oil up.
Get your freaky ass out of here, Puff.
1,000 bottles of oil.
He can't tell none of his daughter shit. You ain't going out tonight. Boy, you had my mama killed. Stop playing with me. Fuck you.
Allegedly.
Fuck you mean.
Allegedly.
Puff gon' he finna get out. I mean, cause now it's like you could see both. Now once everything out, and transcripts, it's actually probably the best thing for him. Like to let it go to court. It's gonna be embarrassing and on both ends. But I think once people see it. Cause all he want to know is why I'm locked up. Like, what's the criminal part?
Right, nigga. We just having
We
fun.
just watching the freaky shit. We know that. Okay, I'm a freak. I like my ass played with. All he can admit to all that, right?
But that's the whole thing. They say he didn't do no gay shit.
That just mean you gay. Now he did some gay shit.
Everybody that testified say he didn't partake in any gay shit.
They still got a lot of niggas to get to. Wait till they start talking to.
You wait until they talk to Uncle
they got to talk to
Winslow.
All them niggas. Wait till they bring in Carl Winslow and he put Vaseline on my gun from Family Matters and made me shove it in his ass.
Allegedly, people.
Allegedly, but peace to Puff. We gonna have fun, Puff. We praying for you, Kanye. All the niggas that got the money that we was looking up to back in the day, we praying for you. The broke niggas winning. Like
right now,
we winning. Like
don't nobody gotta suck their cousin dick or nothing.
Hey, I threw all my Yeezys out. I would be damn if I wear some dick suckers. Like that nigga done sucked his cousin cock.
Some Deezys.
Nah, I can't wear them bitches. Niggas like, you still rocking your Yeezys? No.
No.
Hell no, boy.
Oh my God.
You can't see a nigga with Yeezys on. No, boy. People be stopping niggas.
I know themselves decline like a
take them bitches off, boy. Them some boy.
Some Yeezy.
And I fuck with Kanye.
No Diddy.
I like Kanye.
The rapper, yeah.
Not the dick sucking dude. This new black KKK outfit wearing nigga. I don't know.
We praying for you, brother.
We praying for Ye. We praying for Puff. Praying for Jess, Dame, everybody. Fuck it. We just like to have fun and talk shit. But we finna get in our show. I've been trying to get this next brother on for the longest. The man been busy. I like this dude because what niggas is doing now, he was doing this shit 10, 15 years ago. And I love to hear his perspective on how things are going today. In Chicago, he's the man. He's the man all around the world because he's traveling. I need everybody to give it up. Start clapping right now for Prince, motherfucking T-Dub.
Yeah.
How you feeling, man?
Yeah.
Good, man. I'm good, man.
Man, G, you the first nigga I've seen before this shit was doing what it's doing. You was doing this shit, bro. Like, how do you feel some type of, are you jaded or how you feel in your position right now with everything being how it is?
Man, bro, I'm just able that I, experience both sides of
Okay.
it, you know what I'm saying? I didn't just come from the internet side of it, you know what I'm saying? I actually, before it was even viral,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we had to actually capture the fan base by the TV show that I was doing. And that we passed out flyers at high schools, you know what I'm saying? Like we was going to all that, like every school in the city, every mall, like we made sure that they knew about the show.
Wow.
And the show grew from there. So it was before Fate, like we had a like walking through the Bud Billiken parade.
Wow.
Like, the real police had to really walk us through because the girls was breaking down the little.
You
fences.
had like the Bow Wow effect going on, nigga.
Yeah. We was doing shows with like mindless behavior and the OMG. So when they would come to like Chicago or whatever, like we'd be on the same stage, the Every Crown or the Harold Washington. You know what I'm saying? So same way that the people react to them, you know what I'm saying? They were reacting to us in our show.
So y'all did the lead work. You know what I'm saying? Y'all built the foundation and built the fan base. What year was that? Like what year was that for you?
Started about 2010,
Wow.
2011.
You started with drill. You right there with Chief Keef.
Yeah, me and Chief Keef actually used to be in the club together.
What?
Yeah, and like I used to be in VIP at the top.
That's
and he used to come
crazy.
in with the rappers. Like, it used to be a group and they used to let them perform on the stage. And we'd be at the top with all the girls just chilling. And they'd be rapping and we didn't know it was going to take off like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and then it would be crazy because in order for Chief Keef and them to get in, they'll walk past my truck with my picture on it promoting the show. So, like, they knew who the show. Like, Chief Keef messaged me, like, we go back and forth. He say, going to do a movie. Like, we talk, they know who I am. Dirk did a song with the co-star of the show, Cornbread. You know what I'm saying? So, Dirk, he got a song. So, we was working with them. We all knew each other at that time.
How did that shit start? Who idea was it to do the show? How did that come about?
All right, so so it was two different shows.
Okay.
So I had my own show that was called All About Chris.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I got the Chris name from the Reawakening TV show. That was first.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we did the Reawakening show, and how that came about because I used to always go by Prince TW. That was always my name because my name Timothy Wilson. You know what I'm saying? So I called myself. So I used to go get jackets and scarf and stitch Prince TW before I was even known by anybody, before a TV show was even thought about.
Right.
Like, I would walk around and people knew me throughout the neighborhood because I'm from the South Side, low end. So everybody knew me everywhere I went. So I was on 47 one day at a party they were doing, and my man who produced the show at the time, I ain't know him, but he was promoting an event that he had coming up with one of his artists or whatever. And he like, man, what you do? You sing, rap, man, you got a little swag. You swag, man, you do something. Man, I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, you got to look, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, maybe, I don't know, man, this guy talking about, you know what I'm saying? So he locked in with me. We exchanged numbers or whatever. And maybe a couple months go on, we met up, we talking about rapping and different things, and we couldn't really figure it out. So maybe I want to say like a year went on after that, and he hit me like, hey, I'm doing a TV show. We throwing an audition. Come out, and if you want to audition for it, you know what I'm saying, just come out, just go through the, bro, I got you, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bet, you know, I go down there and see what it's like. So I jump in the car, me and one of my homeboys, he's still my homeboy to this day, man. We jump in the car. It's on Roosevelt and like Damon or something, with like 5. So we get off on Roosevelt. We traveling down there. And we get like 5 minutes away, and I'm driving. The car that we driving is a fairly new car. It's like 2010, 2011, so it's like a 06 that I'm driving. You know what I'm saying? So it's new. And all of a sudden, I get the feeling like the wheel wobbling. What? I'm like, you don't tell me. He like, you feel like a flat. So I'm like, man, I'm finna say, forget the audition. Like, it's over when I'm blue now. You know, so we get out, we look at the tire, it's a flat.
Damn.
So I'm blue, because I don't, so my man happened to, you know what I'm saying, he into working on cars now. So he immediately like, bro, you got a spare? So he get the spare. He knew how to work the spare and everything. He get the jacking it up. I help him with the tire. We put it on. We made it there just in time. So we get in there. They give me the script. And the script that they give me, it's a gangster role. I'm supposed to be coming up on somebody, taking their money, getting my money back that I owe them. So I'm reading it. I ain't really care what role it was. Because at this time, I knew I was funny because the family and friends and high school and all that. But I didn't know I was, you know what I'm saying? So he like, read this role, and I'm reading it. But the way I'm reading it, like, people laugh, like, no, he ain't never, like, this how you gonna come up to him like this? And I'm reading, he like, say it again. So we going back and forth. He like, no, that line ain't for you. We gonna put you somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So that's when, you know, we wrote the show. It was a drama show, but we just added my character as the comedian. And I came in and just kind of, you know, it balanced out because originally it was a whole nother main character. And then, like, my comedy, just the role that I played just kind of balanced out. So we did like 2-3 seasons of that before. I mean, it picked up the first season, like first episode, I want to say, bro. Like the first, as soon as it premiered on TV, like I want to say, we got to film the second episode. I took my kids like to a little game room where I had a son at that time. So I took them out. and like a girl, I just seen them pointing at me like, nah, that's him. What? And I look, and I'm like, yo, why did you, yo, no, never. This my first fan, yo.
Damn.
So from there, I just knew, and we just kept going. It grew from there, and that's why I say from there. Once that ended, I did my own show called All About Chris, where I played multiple characters. I was able to, really bring that character Chris to life. I played my own grandma. I played fortune tellers. I played whatever I could think. I was just playing different characters. I had one of my homeboys play my cousin, but he also played my grandma's brother, who was, had dementia and stuff. So the show, they fell in love with those characters. That I made a stage play at the Harold Washington, sold that out.
Damn.
I sold out the Harold Washington twice before the owners yo, who is this? What does he do? Because all these shorties was in the Harold Washington. They how did you pull this off? And we paid the money. We weren't tripping about the price they charged. We paid it. Let's do it.
Damn.
And after the third one, they kind of hey,
they tried to go up on that price.
Yeah, we either we want to, see how we can make this work together, or you know what I'm saying. And we did another one.
Now, what channel was it coming?
Yeah.
How could you watch it? What was YouTube or what was going?
So we could have went the YouTube way, but at the time YouTube wasn't making the money like it was. You know what I'm saying. And then to have a YouTube show, it didn't give it that effect. So we put it on channel 25 in Chicago.
Okay.
And it was like channel 19, but it was a little better because channel 19 was free. You know, the channel 25 was a fee to get on there. And they had a little bit more, procedures on how you get on there. You know what I'm saying? So it was on there. But by the time I did my show, because the whole Reawakening was on channel 25. When I did my show, I did a season on channel 25. And once I did stage plays and different things like that, and I seen the response, because the only online network we had was what they call a Vimeo. It was like
Vimeo,
YouTube, but it was, you know what I'm saying? So when I started seeing people out of town was kind of when we able to watch it on TV.
Wow.
I reached out to another network that was like Channel 25, but they was in 4 different states. You know what I'm saying? They was in all these cities and stuff, and they charged, a couple G's per episode.
Wow.
So I went on a leap of faith, look, we're going to do this, but we're going to try to get some commercials or something to kind of balance this out. And, it was it was breaking even at the time, but it didn't really make sense for us to switch. But we tried it. I mean, the people liked it. We upgraded the cameras, and we did 3 seasons of that. And I was kind of done with it because behind the scene, man, I was editing it. I was doing a lot of that by myself, really by myself.
Damn.
I had people filming it, but I'll be home at 3 a.m, eyes burning, and I'll be editing these shows. And I started to feel and the people that was with me was kind of my age too, but I was the only one that had the mindset look, we getting this done. You know what I'm saying? And while they'll be partying and doing what they doing, I'm up editing. And I don't think they really understood that at that time. So, sometimes during the show, they would kind of have whatever they stands on, what I want to play this role. I want to do this. My vision is the way, and once that started to happen, it started causing friction with the cast. You know what I'm saying? People having small huddles and conversations, and the show called All About Chris. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to say, hey, it's all about me. I was really, but it's I made it this far. We sold out these follows, follow me. We got a goal for this. And, things just kind of crumbled after that. And I was just you know what? I'm going to throw my hands. And I kind of ended the season just abruptly. If you look at the last episode, it's I just ended it. You know what I'm saying? And people didn't know. And people still be like, man, what happened? The girl was finna poison y'all. What happened? You know what I'm saying? But I just couldn't do it no more. So I ended up stopping it. Like I say, the friction just ended up. And I was cool once I stopped it because that was the first time I actually had peace within those amount of years. You know what I'm saying? Because the money, it was barely making sense. It made enough for me to be a shorty and be okay, But I had kids. I wanted a little more, and I'm breaking bread with people. But after I really just got off the show and just started making money and working and really just without all the and I was kind of watching the fan base kind of die down, you know what I'm saying? Because I walk around with hoodies on, trying to be incognito to people I'd just be able to work and do my thing and people wouldn't notice. Right. But I would make the same amount of money that I was making on the show, so I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? So people would look at it like, man, you don't wish you were doing the show no more? Nigga, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was I was cool that it stopped. You know what I'm saying? So for years, man, was cool making money, man. I had different cars. I was in car clubs. I bought a Maserati, painted it 3 different colors when the sun hit it. I bought a drop top Mustang, put it on 32-inch rims.
Damn.
Cadillac Escalades, Lamborghini Doge. Like, I was living without being on TV. Like, and I was actually doing better at that time. And I started selling cars and getting the car game. And the cars that I was selling, I just started, talking on the phone. I started posting videos. Just, man, let me tell y'all this. And I just started posting them, and they just started getting numbers on them. You know what I'm saying? And then when the Pussy Challenge came out, the little song, I did that. And got like 1 million views overnight. So just in the cars that I was selling, that's when the viral, and it just came back to me. Like, put me back in the spotlight now. Ain't you that boy who did? Damn, here you go again.
Knowing what you know now, is there anything you would have did differently with your cast, or would you done anything different knowing what you know now?
Knowing what I know now, I probably would have tried, but I don't think, I probably would have tried the contract route and different things, but I don't think it would have gave that genuine, organic, because, like, we was like family at first, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no
we
contract.
enjoyed doing no contract. Like, we enjoyed, like, the woman who played the mother, she, rest in peace, she passed away years ago, but, like, she was like my real mama on the show, you know what I'm saying? My mama knew her. She used to come out to the stage play, like we was all, so I think if contract would have been in place and people was more so focused on the money, you know what I'm saying, we probably wouldn't have made as much, success at that time.
Do you ever regret stopping the show?
No, like I told you, when I stopped it, that's when I kind of was able to chill and, like, really so.
Because you was like a real celebrity, dog.
Bro, like
for real.
Like, it was, so that's why I don't regret stopping it, because I was able to kind of fall back a little bit and kind of, like, make money and be in peace. Because
even back then, I would see you, right? I never knew what you did.
Right.
You didn't know if you sold dope or if you was a rapper or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you had the factor that people be like, that nigga somebody. Like, I remember you came in to DJs one night, niggas like, who the, and they'd be like, oh, that's the nigga with the TV show, and you was in a fucking, cause niggas like at shows, niggas want to see what you leaving
riding.
in.
Yeah,
right?
what you riding.
Then you just fit the part because everything was on point.
Yeah.
You got people with you, managers and security guards and coats and bling and jackets. And then you like, okay, we finna see what this nigga pull off in. If he in some bullshit, he capping. But he knew to pull off into something that'd be like, scared. He knew that. How did you know these things without knowing? Is it something you worked on, or you just that's just you? You always been that way.
Like I told you from the gate, I was getting my name stitched and stuff, and you know what I'm saying. Like even before the show, like that 06 car I told you about back in that year, I had TVs in every headrest, TVs in the radio. Like I always my car, like before I used to have paper to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And certain outfits I didn't want to wear what everybody was wearing. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like if somebody else had it on, like I don't want to wear it. So I try to get something that got a look. You know what I'm saying? I was fascinated by the stuff Michael Jackson used to wear, like the bling and the jackets, and like I wanted that effect when I walked in the room. You know what I'm saying? So, and then with the cars, it just so happened that I just happened to sell cars too. I had my dealer's license, so I was able to buy it, and I'll make my money back off the car. So you know what I'm saying? I ain't know nobody was watching like what it didn't even pull off, man, because it was just normal to me. But you know what I'm saying? Like
niggas was watching,
man. I'm talking about the SRT8 Jeeps, some of every car, man. I didn't have.
Now, how did you get into stand up?
So stand up, when we did the reawakening, when people first seen my character being funny, we got to figure something out. So my man who produced the show, like, man, we're gonna do you a comedy show.
Wow.
So this was like 2010, 2011. I'm like, man, I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? He like, we're gonna do it, man. Don't worry about it. We're gonna start putting the jokes together. We're gonna do this. I say, bet. Now I had watched different comedians. I knew comedy, you know what I'm saying? I knew, but I'm just like, I don't know if it go like this. You know what I'm saying? He like, don't worry about it. We got enough fan supporters that we can throw private comedy shows in the house. Like we could throw it, get about 15, 25 volunteers that want to come out and hear your set before we perform. So I will get these jokes and I'll get up in front of the people that knew, and they like, oh, that worked. So by the time it was time to do the comedy show, and like I said, we was out passing out flyers. If people wanted tickets, we had deliver them to you if you bought them a certain amount. So the comedy show sold out. You know what I'm saying? So I did it, and we was able to do 2 shows that one night off the first show I ever did. So we wrote an hour thing, and he kind of knew more about how the floor of the comedy show works. So he was gonna get the rest of the lineup, and he was like, no, let's just make it you. He like, I'll bring you out. You just do the whole joint.
Okay. Okay.
I'm like, you sure, nigga? You know, you got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm bet. So I just remember what I was doing in front of them people. I had my family support me, of course, so they're in the front row. You know what I'm saying? I'm knowing that I used to do this and Thanksgiving anyway in front of them. So I just got up there and was me. You know what I'm saying? And it worked. They was rolling. I'm talking about. So after that show, I just knew the second show finna go the same way. So I go into the little green room. I'm sitting in there because this spot was out west. We threw it at, and I'm sitting there, and the assistant who was the producer's assistant, she come bring me. Well, she not bring it, but she showed me the money we made from the first show. Cause this one people coming in, you know, buying that ticket at the door. She showed me the little bag. And damn, you know what I'm saying? This I ain't even see the second show money. I'm like, yeah, it's cracking. You know what I'm saying? It gave me a little motivation. I go do that second show. And I rocked that joint, sent my people home, because I rented a limo that night for my people to ride there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they was, so I just wanted to, at the end of the show, just get my cut of the pie as I get back in the limo with my people, and you know what I'm saying, we can make that happen. So, you know, me and the team got together, and I'm, what's up with the money part of things? And, you know, that's the first time I seen that, that's when the money get involved, that's when things, you know what I'm saying?
Was you happy about what you made, or was you like,
I mean,
slighted?
What I was gonna get was what I paid for the limo just to get my family there. Like after all the expenses that they tried to break down and say we had to pay for this, and this, it was like, so you telling me I only get this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And that's when I'm like, nah, I can't really. So I fell back on that.
Okay.
And then what I did was I'm like, cause I still liked the fact of stand up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I bet. And I knew a couple different people who were doing stand up and different people. So it was like a bar that was doing a comedy show. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really know the difference between comedy shows from the comedy clubs, the comedy bars, so I'm just like, comedy, they want to hear comedy. I just got to go in here and be funny. You know what I'm saying? So I go in here, and it's something totally different. People ain't there for really comedy.
Don't
you know
give a fuck about you or your jacket.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like, you know, they ain't really paid to get in here. You know what I'm saying? So they can talk over you. They don't care to stop when they, you know what I'm saying? So, and I was hosting this show, really. Okay. So I was just bringing the other people to the stage. But in order to get their attention, you know, they wouldn't even let me bring the people to the stage.
Damn.
So I said, I know what I got to do. This one table that was talking, they had bottles on the table. I said, if I can get this table to shut up, everybody else will follow suit. So I just got to roasting the nigga at the table and shit. You know, old nigga. I just called them all type of, you know, old niggas and what the band. And everybody kind of laughing around the table, but that table kind of was like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? So once I brought the comedian to the stage, my homie came to me like, nigga, that's the owner of the club you was talking about. I'm like, that was the owner. He's like, yeah, nigga, that was the. So, you know, after that, I kind of did the show, and I felt like I did something wrong in comedy. Like, damn, I talk about, but so I kind of fell back like, this ain't for me. And then the next time I did something with the stage plays, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I jumped back into the comedy.
Was comedians receptive to you doing comedy? Did motherfuckers show you love, or was motherfuckers like,
you know,
hating?
Off the rip, I want to say when I did my the All About Chris show and different thing, comedian Sticks, Big Keith, Mike Sam, certain people came on and did cameos on the show.
Right.
So they kind of embraced me already. You know what I'm saying? They knew I wasn't trying to be in no lane. If anything, like I used to go to Stick shows and not perform. I used to be there and come out and buy bottles and just support. You know what I'm saying? So it was never that with me. I don't think they was kind of like, but I knew when it was like the social media area, when stuff started going, people started going viral, I started hearing like social media comedy this, social media, that's when I started hearing the difference of opinions about people, like, you know, but at first it wasn't like that.
It wasn't.
It wasn't like that.
Did in the beginning, did you write your set, or did you have help writing?
So it's pretty much me and the one who's helping me with the jokes on the show. So we was pretty much just scenarios, different things, and like we'll do that in front of those 25 people. We'll write and take that out.
Okay.
So it's pretty much just building it up, ad-libbing until we, you know, got 45, 50 minutes worth of material.
And that's crazy that y'all did that, because that's actually like, that's good shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for somebody to have you doing that, you know, early on, because that's a great guy to do, and to keep doing that. So he kind of knew what he was doing.
No, I give him his credit. Even with the show,
yeah,
I give him his credit. That's a genius with what he do. You know what I'm saying? So he actually, I don't know if you know the Pope, the footworking Pope.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He managed him. He helped Pope, you know, come out. He brought a lot of different artists out.
Is he still around in Chicago today?
Yeah, he still, but he on. I think he working on some different movies for like Tubi and, you know, different things. But you know,
but what's crazy to me is like the fact that you met him. Like, I've been doing comedy a long time. Probably don't even know who that nigga is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Probably never even met him.
Yeah.
But that just shows you how shit works, especially in Chicago. Like, people was gravitating to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, comics and how did you, like, was you worried about niggas just riding your coattail, or how did you know who was really fucking with you, or who was just like dick riding, or was that a concern for you?
You know what? That just came about a concern, like, you know, over the last couple of years, you know, like, because it wasn't like that because like I said, it wasn't the followers. It wasn't, you know, and really, we weren't making a lot of money doing the show. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then when the show stopped, I started seeing real paper. But the people who was around me was already around me. So, like, you know, we all was tight-knit, you know. But when the followers came, like when my followers started growing, that's when motherfuckers started coming around me that I was like, I don't really, you know what I'm saying?
You don't know who to trust. And
because I had this pure heart my whole life, it was like, oh, come on in, man. You know what I'm saying? Meet my homies, you know what I'm saying? But they like, I don't really trust that nigga right there. I'm like, nah, he cool, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, people just came out the way. And it's like, you know, if you don't give a nigga a shout out on his birthday, you know what I'm saying? And you gave another motherfucker a shout out, you ain't really my homie.
All that shit.
Like, I wasn't used to this. I was appalled. I'm like, what the fuck? Nigga, this is a page. Man, it was crazy,
What
bro.
platform did you first start posting on?
It was Facebook first, really, for me. Facebook, I always had Instagram and everything, but Facebook was really the one that I had a close relationship with my followers. You know what I'm saying? Where I'd go live, I would talk to them, you know, they would share my stuff, you know, and stuff would pick up on there first.
Is Facebook still big for you now?
Yeah, Facebook is one of my largest platforms. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 accounts on Facebook, actually. One with 1.1 million people and one with 879. Wow.
Damn.
So I was going to ask you, do you still got that presence? Like,
Yeah. I just chose to kind of chill out because you know, for me, like I said, if there's some stress coming with it, there's some shit that's like, and I can find peace doing some other shit and still remain in T-Dub with then I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just wanted to kind of chill and observe the game and kind of, you know what I'm saying, let people, you know, because like you say, like, you kind of knew the work that I did years ago, but a lot of people, you know, they know these social media people, and they kind of box us all in as one, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't nothing like those.
Oh,
cats,
you feel you're different. Okay.
Yeah, you know, and not trying to say it like that, but, you know, I know some of these people, you know what I'm saying? And I just know that, you know, that's where they got they first, you know what I'm saying, whiff of, you know what I'm saying, it. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's just like when people throw it out there like we all the same, you know what I'm saying? We all, you know, and they getting money from social media. No, I didn't get my money from social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, social media is one of my lowest paid platforms. They don't pay me for my content because I cuss a lot. You know what I'm saying? Some of the shit I say is controversial. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't making boohoo bread off, you know, content. Okay. So, you know, it's like it wouldn't hurt. Like, I really enjoy doing shows, you know what I'm saying? But the videos, it's like, y'all gonna keep blocking me for saying what's on my mind. You know, I'd rather keep the page and keep the people, you know what I'm saying, and just stop posting, you know, and post when I'm doing events than to lose that account.
I see you kind of about your piece, and we had another influencer on Angry Reaction. Yeah. He was talking about, like, he didn't know what all came with, cause do it happen fast? Like, is it, like, he was talking about how it happened, and he wasn't kind of ready for
prepared for
how it happened, because you did take a break and you kind of like disappeared. Yeah, was that one of the reasons, like, for the shit that was happening, and you just trying to recollect yourself and get yourself together?
Yeah, just understanding it more, because the thing is, when you start to grow in different things, a lot of people recommend things and want you to do things this way and want you to do it. It may be advice, opinions, or different things, and you start to soak that in. And, you know, I start feeling like, you know, I ain't being myself at this point.
Everybody pulling on you.
Like, everybody pulling me, do this, you know, you need to do this. If you're going to perform, wear this, you know, you do this, you know, if you're going to, that's like, yo, hold on.
Wait a goddamn
When
minute.
did I need to do this to be funny? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, for me, it's just like, I don't need all that to be funny, man. I don't really need to, you know, all the, you know, the ropes that they want you to go through and all the politics with it. You know, it's just, you know, what's meant for you is meant for you. It's gonna happen.
You know, I'm so happy to hear you say that because as a comedian, entertainer, you hear it all. Even like with this podcast, right? We just started it. Yeah, it's my cuz. We just doing it. Now all of a sudden you getting the text and y'all should do this. Yeah. It's like, wait a fucking minute, bro. We learning, we growing.
Learning as we go.
You know what I'm saying? We don't got everything figured out. We just still happy to be doing it. You know what I mean? Ain't no money. We spending our money. You know what I'm saying? We calling each other, say it's like, so we just liking the grind. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you an entertainer, man, like you said, everybody want to have a part, and it's like, nigga, you ain't paying this rent. Right. You ain't bought a camera. Man. You know, and Jay-Z got a line that says, everybody could tell you how to do it, but they never done it.
They never done it.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
And that's the truest shit. So when it comes to comedy, and the best advice a comedian gave to me in comedy, his name is K-Dub. He from Atlanta. He told me, he said, listen to everybody, but don't listen to nobody.
For real.
Because in comedy, if you start listening to niggas on how to do comedy, they'll send you off.
Right off.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
So you just got to stay true to you and what you do. And if it worked for you, that's it. You can't switch up. Hey, T-Dubs, man, stop cursing and stop calling people. Nigga, fuck you.
You
know what I'm saying? You got to get to the point respectfully, OG, you've been doing it 30, but fuck you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a car note, I got a mortgage. This is how I perform.
This shit making me money.
And I like what you said. If what you doing ain't getting you what you fit, what it need, it ain't for me anyway.
It ain't for me.
That's how I feel. I don't want to have to do what niggas want me to do to get what I need to. No.
That means it's not for you.
It's not. If I can't do what I do, wear my hat and be who I am to get what I ain't finna wear no tight suit and
no sir.
You know, I'm not
shucking and jiving.
I can't, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I like that you said that, bro. And I feel like you just on the right path because you had the success, and that ain't nothing to get back. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the formula, you know how to do it, but now your mind right. And you watching for the snakes and the niggas that's what the lesson's for. And that's why I'm glad I really didn't get a lot of money in comedy early on, because it'll drive you to a place, you know, the drugs, the win, you'll be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I seen a lot of cats get the bag early before they learned all that. And they trying to help everybody. They giving niggas money. Because it's going to be a point when you go through and you going to be by yourself and can't nobody help you. And you got to make it through that to get out and to do it all over again. And now you just more comfortable. Like, I'm more about my family, my kids. I still do my comedy and travel. But all that hanging out, trying to be with niggas, hey, so-and-so at the nigga, no.
Do your shit and get the fuck up out of there.
Do my show and go home and watch Family Feud, bro. Like real shit. You know what I'm saying? And I remember Bernie Mac's wife told me that Bernie Mac would do his shows, bro, and that man would come home, G. The king of comedy would do his show wherever he at in the country and fly to the crib. And I said,
damn.
And I'm out here in Chicago bullshitting, trying to be at friends
hanging out,
limbs and barbecue and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it just gave me perspective, man, and I'm proud of you, bro. And
most definitely.
Shows like this is for niggas, like, cause we all watch you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if motherfuckers in Chicago ain't saying that, I don't give a fuck what niggas doing now.
Right.
But we all saw you
in the beginning.
fucking beginning,
a pioneer. Really.
Doing this shit when social media wasn't even like, you made it like that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't know what you was doing. I just knew you was a fly ass nigga. You had girls around. I didn't know if you was signed to So Def. This nigga, we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And you was always kind.
Yeah.
You was always nice. You was always sharing.
No arrogance.
Right. You want. That's what I fucked with you for. You know what I'm saying? When you came around, and a lot of niggas, like comics, we wasn't accepting niggas because we some bitter motherfuckers.
Yeah. Especially Chicago.
We was trained to hate niggas off the internet, or if you didn't
come through that,
we was trained. So it was hard for us to. We used to watch shit and be like, trying not to laugh. And that shit funny as hell. And one day I was just like,
you gotta accept it.
These
man.
niggas funny.
You got to.
Right? And y'all created y'all own lane, and it's like they here. Like, you know, I'm like,
at this point, do you consider yourself a comedian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely comedian, actor, content creator. Man, I whatever the money, you know what I'm saying? You want a book for this? I can be that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, I can do it all.
How did you end up doing the show with Monique, man?
Oh man, it was crazy. Corey Bell.
Okay, shout out to Corey.
Corey Bell. She was you know, I knew Corey from the city always. So I got an opportunity to go out to Vegas. Adrian Brown, a different box of people was out there. That was my people that knew me. I was already going viral and different things. So me and my team, we all went to Vegas. And that same weekend, I was supposed to meet up with Snoop Dogg and do his album. I was supposed to drive from Vegas out there to Cali and then do that. And I had a week ahead of me.
Okay.
So we get out there, and I see that Corey was posting that she was doing Monique residency. So I'm going to go support, you know, Corey Bell. And with all the things that was going on in Vegas, my homie and them like, come on, man, look, I get the tickets, man. We finna go here, and then we'll do whatever afterwards. So I got the tickets. We all go in there. We see the show, and they did their thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, man, I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? So the next, I think they had the whole weekend, because it was her residency. So I think the next day or whatever, I told one of my other homeboys about it. Man, you need to come to the show, too. He like, I bet I come through too. So when we get the tickets again, I think he bought his own ticket. I buy the rest of the people the ticket. We get in, and we sit in the same place, the VIP. We got like the VIP section out there in Vegas. So the second time Monique was walking off the stage, I guess Corey had told her, like, you know, that's my people from Chicago. You know, he coming through supporting me. So when she was leaving the stage the second time, she had like waved me over there.
Damn.
So I come over, and she was like, you know, could you do 7 to 10 minutes on the stage tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
hell
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm back. So one of my homeboys who was with me, you know, he did comedy too. He like, can I do 7 minutes too?
Nigga.
And she was like, nah, baby, it ain't your time. It's for him. You know what I'm saying? I looked at this nigga like, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? So I go back the next day and I do the show, and I killed it. Like I did my thing. And when I walked off the stage, I went to the back, and Monique put everybody out the room. She like, get out, let me talk to him real fast. And they get out, and she like, I like what you did up there, but you got on Timberlands, a blue jean outfit. You know, you don't get on my stage like that. You know, people pay money for it. And she just read me my rights right there. I'm like, damn, you know, because I didn't expect it, but she wasn't saying nothing wrong either. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, if you want to do the next show, you can do it, but come back here with a suit on. You know, so when she said it, you know, what about the jokes I did? You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you know? So I'm like, all right. So when I went back and told my people what happened in the room, whatever, I'm like, man, she want me to do the show, but she want me to get it. And I ain't come out here with a suit, a button up. I came out here to kick it, man. I'm out here shooting dice with rappers. I done met Floyd Mayweather, his daddy. Like, we kicking it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I bet. You know what? They like, and my manager, he like, man, get the suit, man.
Go get that motherfucking suit.
I say, bet. I go shopping that next day, go get a suit, get it together. Now, I usually like, because what she didn't know is,
you do
I
that
grew up in wear suit.
Like this what
but
you
I
do.
like my shit tailored and fitted. So I ain't even had time to do this. I just bought something and just woo. And I came there and she, you know, she liked it that I had on a suit. And what the crazy part about this day was I had to pick over going to the actual boxing match that Adrian Broner was having that day because I had tickets. I was in training with him at the gym like all this weekend. So like this day when she like come through with the suit, it's like I'm finna spend money to go buy a suit. I already got my outfit for the fight, but I'm gonna miss one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I missed the fight. I gave the tickets to my other homeboy. I do the show. And she was like, okay, now that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And from there, we was kind of locked in when she
fucked with you.
Yeah, she went on a road. She invited me out there. I'm talking about we hit some cities, bro.
Yeah,
I'm talking about through some.
I heard she really liked how you came through suited and booted. Yeah. And she was impressed and you started doing shit with her. You did like Atlanta. Yeah. Y'all, so. Yeah. Nigga.
I remember one city I did. I want to say it was Kansas. It was somewhere, and I know it was cold, man. I had on one of these suits that she, you know, was telling us to wear the suit, so I put on a suit or whatever. But I don't know, comedy show with suits on, I don't know. I wasn't used to it, really, because I like to be comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I wore this suit out here, and I pull up. I got my Jeep Wrangler. We drove all the way. It was a couple hours away. And I get there, and I get out the Jeep. I think Monique had just pulled up at the same time, so we was all getting out at the back of the comedy club. And I get out the car and I ain't see this little ice or whatever. And it's like the little church shoes or whatever. That ain't good for no ice.
No.
And then I slips and fell on, man, I'm talking about I thought I was, then broke my back. I'm talking about, so I get up, snow all over the suit or whatever. So when I get in, Monique looked at the snow falling off. She, damn, you all right, baby? Yeah, where the mic at? Let me go perform.
But to be fair, that's when you opening for a person like a Monique, right? You gotta cater to her audience, and everything she told you was right.
It was
right? Because that's her audience, and you got to look apart, right? I was opening for Corey. Thank God that don't require
suits
that
and
look,
shit.
right? His audience require me to be me. Yeah. But if I'm finna fuck with Monique and she tell me to get a suit, K&G, here I come. That motherfucker gonna be baggy than the motherfucker. You know, I might get the
Taylor.
Nah, that motherfucker gonna have a drawstring. I'm gonna get the suit with the hoodie on, with the hood on that bitch. But yeah, Monique, you know, out of respect and love, go get that motherfucker. Hell yeah.
For sure.
Get that motherfucker shit. And I'm sure you gain followers and gain people, you know, who liked you and followed you.
From her crowd.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But anytime, even like you, right? Now you in position to take motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Right?
So, and that was the thing when I started doing shows, even without her, it was like, man, I'm going to still do the suit thing.
So you
Yeah, so I would make everybody put on suits.
Damn. That's dope.
But what I didn't know is that me and Monique didn't make the same amount of money doing shows. So them damn suits was cost to have my check. I'm getting back home like, damn, these bills in the mailbox. I done bought this suit. I can't take this motherfucker back.
You went from limos to suits.
Man, bro, a lot of the money, like the show with the suits, I spent a lot of time figuring out what I'm finna wear to these different cities, man. It always had to be a different suit jacket, different this, getting hemmed up, and that was stressful too.
Yeah, because you getting shit
You know what I'm
tailored.
saying? Man, but you know, making it happen. So when people, you know, tell you what to do when you're doing, God, you should do this. You don't know the money I put up. You don't know what I spend to make these shows happen, and you just come and see it look good.
And that's why for me, anytime I'm concerned or over worried about my outfit, I don't do good.
Nope.
That's why I stop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When I'm clean and suited and booted, I'm gonna bum like a motherfucker. So I just learned to just
less is more for you.
Just be comfortable.
Yeah.
Black t-shirt, jeans, nice watch. That's what I want. I want a nice watch, diamonds, and a t-shirt, jeans, and some Timbs, and a towel and a bottle of water. Nigga, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that suit dude. And I no disrespect for niggas who do that. And they from the old school.
Right.
Steve Harvey them, that's what they say. Yeah. This what you do. You wear a suit. Cool.
But would you if you get the opportunity to open up for
Steve Harvey?
All of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the suit on, nigga. I just said hell yeah. To open up, I'm not. I wouldn't be like, no.
But it ain't always necessary. It just depends on what crowd it is.
If it's that's what I'm saying.
It depends.
I'm at your show. This is your crowd.
Yeah.
Right. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's like respect the headline or who show. These people came to see this person, right? And she's finna give me the opportunity. Nigga, go get the fucking suit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't. I don't feel like that's disrespectful or you trying to change me.
Right.
She just know in Vegas, them tickets ain't $10, $20, right?
Yeah.
So you can't come on that show looking like shit.
Yeah.
Right? So put the $2,500 suit on. You know,
it's crazy the stories that we hear about Monique outside of what the media is painting her to be. Like just meeting you that one time and then saying, "Can you do 7 minutes?" Yeah. Just Corey putting her on the show. Yeah. I believe is awesome on her part.
People say Monique is a good person, a nice person. Everybody be like, you know, it's just Tyler Perry and them who don't give a fuck about it. Tyler Perry don't give a fuck about it. But in the comedy world, Monique is royalty.
Yes.
You feel me? Like in the comedy, in black comedy, like ain't nobody really, you know, shitting on Monique. You know, niggas was confused about, but once you learn, Monique want her coins.
She want her coins. And she deserve it.
And you can't be mad at a motherfucker. She gonna write that letter, nigga.
Hey, sweet babies.
She gonna Tyler Perry can't say nothing nice about no black woman without Monique. Like, hold on, nigga.
Where mine at?
So you can't knock her for that. But as far as giving people opportunities, new comics, nobody would have did that for you, dog.
Man.
Like, to do that.
Now, out in Vegas that same weekend, Eddie Griffin, I met him.
Okay.
And we sat at the bar with him, and like he had just met me that first night. And he sat at the bar, me and my manager, another homeboy, and like some other dude that was in Vegas. And he gave us game for like an hour or two at the bar. Like, just all, now, he ain't let me perform. I had no show opportunity, but the game that he
chop
gave,
it up
like just being open, like, I'm like, damn, it's Eddie Griffin right here just giving us. So
most comics, what we learned about comedy, the comedy game is like that, where niggas, like the cool niggas will give you the game, right? You know, I don't know if it's like that in hip hop. I don't know if you can be a new rapper and LL chop it up with you,
right?
Or DMX, if you know, I don't know, but I know in comedy, the niggas that you would think won't talk to you,
them the niggas that's talking to
you,
will.
And the niggas you think you could just go up to,
right?
They'll be like, they'll son you. You like, nigga, you play Carlton on the Fresh Prince, nigga.
I'm just trying to say hello.
Right. Will Smith will be like, yo, what up? And you be like, Carlton, what up? He'll be like, I'm not talking to no one today. You like, nigga. And that's
allegedly.
That's what I learned. I like Dave Chappelle was talking to me like we grew up together.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, you don't got to say
nothing
2 words to me, bro. And when I came into comedy, you had to earn the right for niggas to speak to you.
Yeah.
Like it was nigga Dame and them didn't talk to us. It was like you had to earn people respect for them to even say. So now when people come in and be like, man, these comics don't speak, it's like just be funny.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you funny, whether a nigga like you or not, they gonna respect your funny. You know what I'm saying? And like you, when you doing your own thing and you doing shows and you putting on your, like you don't need a nigga to validate for you.
Right.
Cause you put your own shows together. You got a whole fucking crew. This nigga got a cameraman,
entourage,
a manager. And like, so it's like, you really don't need validation from people when you're doing exactly what you supposed to do. And you ain't waiting on no niggas. You ain't waiting for a person to take. You meet people by being at the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something I wish I would have did early in my career.
Yeah.
Where I was just getting out, going to Vegas and going places. Because them people, if you see Monique again, she gonna be like,
I just
that's
seen
my
that
nigga.
Cat Williams,
Right.
Cat Williams show last week or two.
And so you plant those seeds.
Yeah.
So now when you getting out doing shit, people see you, man, you become a household name. Like, that's Prince T-Dub. I know him.
Did you ever get the chance to perform at Jokes and Oaks? in Chicago?
No, Jokes and Notes, around the time I was getting to it, it wasn't open no more.
No.
I met Mary Lindsay. She got to see me perform at another spot, but she didn't have Jokes and Notes at that time.
Yeah,
no more.
he came after.
But because I was down the street at the Harold Washington, across the street selling out the stage plays around the time that the Jokes and Notes were going on. I was doing the stage plays, just writing them joints. I wasn't doing a stand-up. Wow. But when I did find out about certain comedy rooms, I knew the Jokes and Notes. I knew about DJs in certain spots, the Island Bar, with Big Key, Fry Hard, different, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't never get a chance to perform at Jokes and Notes, though.
Yeah, man, Jokes and Notes that was a time, dog.
I know I went there a few times.
Okay.
Though. I ain't never performed. Though.
Yeah, that was a time
in Chicago comedy history.
But now, you going on the road. You be having Big Keith with you.
Yeah, Big Keith, man.
Oh, shout out to that.
Shout out to Big
Keith, man.
Man. And the fact that you do that, you know what I'm saying, and you take a motherfucker and that's why I always commend, because in comedy, that was not the thing, bro.
No.
Like
nobody was taking other people.
Hell no. Yeah. Or if you took a nigga, he was the ride.
Right.
Yeah. Right? He was taking you.
Yeah.
Because he had a car and you like, hey, you want to do this show with me in Buffalo? And you like, yeah. And they like, you got to drive. You like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that was the game. Like, you was driving niggas around to their shows. Like, nigga, you ain't my friend.
Right.
I'm your Uber, nigga. But, you know what I'm saying? So, man, I just commend you, bro, on everything you doing. Do you feel you will bring the show back, or where you at with that? Would you do it again,
or a different one?
Or yeah, I'm thinking about doing something. I mean, the times change, of course, so it'll be in a new format. You know what I'm saying? But something like that with the new age skit style. You know what I'm saying? It won't be as long as the food, because them was like 30-minute episodes.
Do you feel like when you watch people shit, do you be like,
they took my
y'all
shit.
Know where y'all got that shit from, G?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I see it,
you
man.
See it?
It's
welcome to comedy, G.
Sometimes it break my heart.
Welcome to fucking comedy, dog.
It break my heart, man. And I also see people steal other people's shit,
it
because
happens.
I'm connected to different comedians in other cities that's viral, so I'll see them make a post, and then I'll see a smaller comedian from Chicago or this city remake it, thinking ain't nobody know it came from fam,
You just gotta smile at it and be like,
yeah.
It brings joy to, like, I ain't gonna lie, at the Harold Washington, I
saw a nigga do his joke.
I seen niggas do shit that I like, cause me, I call them throwaway jokes. I would like at say not Island Bar, but Bar 10. You go to Bar 10, you just work out shit.
Yeah.
Just throwing shit out there. Niggas taking your throwaway.
Yeah.
And doing them and performing them.
They're making them they real jokes. Yeah.
I got a throwaway joke where I just say a bitch burnt me and gave me COVID.
Right.
And that's just something. It ain't nothing I'm trying to build on. But I see a nigga do it and be like,
same joke.
Wow.
I think he forgot you was on.
They don't. Niggas don't care. Because here's what the truth is: when you on that stage, and you clawing for life. Right. That's what it is. You trying to survive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So your mind is just, you sinking. So you just like, your mind just replaying all the funny shit you heard.
Even if it ain't yours.
Even if it ain't yours. And you just gonna say it. Because you need a laugh.
Yeah.
That's the only thing gonna save you. So now you like, women be shopping. Oh shit. Yeah, you just gonna say. So that's why I don't watch comments, right? Because I don't want to regurgitate some funny shit or a thought that you said. You know, like that's why I like to write my jokes on Facebook, right? Because now what you niggas talking about Cassie and all that shit,
it's documented.
I said it.
Yep.
You know, Cassie can't tell her nigga nothing no more. That nigga gonna be like, bitch, go make my sandwich, ho.
You getting peed on.
What the fuck is you talking about? What you talking about? Like, I know, and I like to be the first nigga, so I rushed. Like, I want to go out so bad last night, but that's when everybody, if you notice when shit happened, niggas rush to the stage because everybody trying to get it off and trying to say it. And so my thing is, I'm going to put it on Facebook.
Yep.
I'm gonna write. I've been killing Cassie ass all day. Letting that bitch have
A
it.
little freaky ass.
Motherfuckers like, I'm gonna report you. This one chick, like, you got daughters? I said, I don't got daughters. And if I got a daughter that got peed on, she getting put out.
Right. Tomorrow.
So, but yeah, man, comedy, I love it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the joke thieving. I don't try to be the police.
Yeah.
Nah.
Niggas been stealing. They gonna continue to steal. It's niggas out here fighting that, and then it's niggas out here making money.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to be the, hey, man, somebody stole your joke. I'll be like, so
what?
G? I'm gonna make another one.
So what?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like,
let them have it.
Let them have it. Or we gonna do that bitch till motherfucker come up to me and be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? You niggas riding the bus.
Why that nigga making money?
The game is to make money, G.
Yeah.
If you ain't making no money, you shouldn't even have nothing to talk about. Like, I'm trying to make money through comedy where I can feed my family and,
Absolutely.
That's
right.
it.
If I get to the point where a nigga doing my jokes and I can't perform,
right, then it's a problem.
That's different. But nigga, you ain't doing shit by saying my Dorito joke. He stole your pizza puff joke. I'm ashamed that I even got a piece of puff joke. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah.
Much success and keep pushing, bro.
Stay
the fuck out of Chicago. That's the best thing I tell niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay out of because you miss all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You miss the niggas, like, when you can't hear the hate, that be the problem, right? It's not that niggas hating on you. Why you around to hear it?
Yeah. You hear it to hear it.
That's the bullshit.
Or
right?
respond.
So if you not here, it's like a nigga call you in LA, hey, T-Dub, they motherfuckers at Lavu talking about you. And you in LA getting your fucking
right. I don't know.
rubbed. You like, nigga, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But if you in the next room, it's finna burn your soul because you got to walk out with these niggas. So now you want to fight because this nigga said your jacket ain't shit. It's like, nigga. So that's how I feel. I'm like, I don't even supposed to be there with you, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To even hear it.
Yeah.
So
do you like with all the shit that's going on in Chicago, like Force and The Shy, those type of shows, do you audition for those, or do you even want to be like on any type of series or anything like that?
No, I ain't ever auditioned for one. I mean, I ain't opposed to it. I actually got an event this Sunday with a guy from one of the stars from The Shy, Nook.
Yeah,
so they
no.
doing a new season, and I'm gonna host a party at the Bellagio with him Sunday. So I got connections with him.
You definitely should be on the show.
Yeah, because I see you on one of those Chicago shows.
I mean, let's speak into existence, man. Hey, The Shy, man, write your boy in.
I've been telling The Shy, if y'all need a fat nigga,
write us in, man.
Why ain't no fat nigga
on
on
the Shy.
On Chicago PD or The Shy.
Or Force.
I want the character name to be Fat Nigga Roll. That know how to drive trucks, and that's funny. Like, here's what's crazy about acting.
Yeah.
My niece be trying to help me get roles.
Right.
They needed a nigga who was funny and can drive a truck.
That's crazy.
I didn't get the fucking, like, how I don't get the fucking part. They wanted a black dude who is funny, improv, could do stand-up, and know how to drive an 18-wheeler.
Damn.
Here I have 5 trucks. I know how to drive a truck. Been driving a truck longer than I've been doing comedy. I've been doing comedy 18. I'm like, I know I'm about to get the role. I said, I want to see the motherfucker you niggas picked.
They probably had to train on it.
They probably got a Chinese dude, M-Walk.
Driving an automatic.
But TV, man, it's like you gotta have tough skin for all them no's and people telling you ain't good enough and this and that, and all you need is one yes.
Yeah.
To change your life.
Put you in the door.
I'm like, that's all I really want to do, bro. I just want to do one of these Chicago shows and then do comedy across the country.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I don't.
Household
that's
name.
it. That ain't. I'm like, God, hook me up, G.
That ain't too much. That's doable.
God,
That's
hook me up.
doable.
That's doable.
Give me one show. I get my podcast. We get a deal and some sponsors.
That's it.
And because I don't want to be like
super duper famous.
I don't want to have to hide it. I would still want to be able to take my kids to a Cubs game and a few people notice me, but I got a bag though.
Right.
Right? I don't want to be Brad Pitt. You can't walk through the mall. Yeah. Like they asked 50 Cent when the last time he went grocery shopping.
He was like, I don't do that.
Can't do it.
I don't do that.
That's crazy that you can't. Michael Jackson, they had to shut down the grocery store for this nigga to go shop. And he was like, I ain't never been grocery shopping.
Never.
Yeah, That's crazy to me.
Super crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's levels. It's like, I can do away with that. I still want to drive my car. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have a Bentley.
A driver sitting in the back.
I want to blow the trans out that bitch and take that bitch to the trans shop and get it fixed. Right. That, I just want to be able to do. I don't want to have to, come pick up the Benz and take it. No, I'm going to tow that bitch. I'm going to put that bitch there. Like I've been doing my whole life. But now I can just be like, how much? $3,800? Here, man. Fix my shit.
Go on,
yeah.
That's the
you know
right
what I'm saying?
way.
So
can we get your top 5 Chicago comedians?
Man.
Put you on the spot, baby.
Yeah.
Top
Man,
5.
why you do me like that?
We got to.
Come on, man.
We got to. Top 5.
Dead or alive?
Let's do it live.
Come on, man.
My man gonna edit. He gonna edit it out.
Man.
He already know what he got to do for me.
Man, so man, you got your it got to be in order.
No. However you pick, it can be local people. You know,
just 5 who you like.
I like Deion Cole.
Okay.
I like Deion Cole, man. I fuck with Sticks too, man.
Okay.
There you go.
Fuck with Sticks, man.
Yeah.
Mike Samp.
There we go.
Samp.
You know what I'm saying? And you only gave me 5, man. Come on, man. It's tough, man.
You can get some honorary.
You got 2 more, G.
Yeah, 2 more.
Come on, I gotta throw me in there. I can throw me in there. This is cheating, man.
Throw you
in there.
Throw me in there, man. And man, this, man. Cause all of them, I know them all, man.
Yeah.
And I like.
Yeah, just 5 though.
One more.
Just niggas that you off the top that you think about that you
know.
It ain't personal. You gonna get a text or 2, but niggas be salty about this list.
Yeah,
niggas be salty.
We get text about other people's lists.
And my man Big Keith, man.
There you go.
I gotta throw Big
there
Keith
you go.
in there, man.
Any honorary mention?
Yeah, you know. You said honor.
Yeah, one. You get one honorary mention.
My bro funny.
There we go.
My bro mad
there we
funny.
Go.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to do that just cause he here. You know what I'm saying? You know, cause y'all asking me the question. But if I wouldn't include my man M Dubs in there, I would have to say my man Hot Sauce.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We fuck with everybody on your list.
That's a hell of a list.
And then one more. I want your top 5 internet content creators that do what you do.
Not from Chicago, right?
They don't have to be.
Don't have to be.
I like Carlos Miller.
Okay.
Country Wayne.
Okay.
Have you met Country Wayne?
Met Country Wayne a few times. Got his number. We chopped it up a few times. Country Wayne, cool dude. Let me see. Desi Banks.
There we go.
Desi Banks, a good one.
2 more.
Who else is there?
These all people we gonna tag because we need their viewership.
Who else is there? So we got my man Corporate. Shout out my man
Corporate. Okay.
You met Corporate before?
Yeah, Corporate, my man.
Never met that nigga.
We work together, man. Me and Corporate kind of, started like the viral. He when I started going viral and different, because I already knew him a little bit throughout the city, but he told me like, hey man, you need to, in order to get monetized, he gave me some game like monetization, because he was one of the first ones that was on monetized, and I shared it with people after me. Because Corporate kind of gave me.
Shout out to Corporate.
Yeah.
One
more.
And man, online with it, content creator. I'm gonna throw me in there too.
Go ahead. Go ahead. There you go.
At the 5 right there, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah.
Anything you got coming up?
Yeah, man. I'm on the road again, man. Dropping new content soon. So some new content finna be rolling over the next couple weeks. got a show weekend I'm doing here in July in Chicago. 4 shows.
Where at Riddles?
At a comedy bar.
Okay.
Okay.
You know
That's what's up. Yeah.
So I'm gonna do 4 shows, July 11th and July 12th.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Do you still sell cards, nigga? I need a.
I still got my dealer license. They
man,
active. I just paid to renew them. You know what I'm saying? I definitely paid to renew them. 2012
Benz 550, nigga. Let's make
I just had a CLS,
yeah.
man. I just had one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still dibble and dabble in the auction. So if you need a vehicle, you know, hit me up. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
I need a Maserati.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah, man. I can get you in one of those.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
For the low.
We appreciate you for coming through, man. It's been a long time. Off stage, fuck with you. You always welcome. You know what I'm saying? Man, come back. Anytime you promoting something or got something going on.
Shout out to social too. I forgot,
Prince T Dub.
They know what it is.
Prince
They
T
know
Dub,
what it is.
man.
Yeah.
You know, Prince TDUB, man. You know, you can see it on the whoop.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I gotta throw a little, you know. That's me.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Listen, man. That's been Off Stage. I'm your boy M Dubs.
And I'm your boy Reese.
Man, we out this bitch. Shout out to Prince T Dub and his.
Then it's back to jug. I might just hit some stains, then it's back to boogie. I'm somewhere with the gang, smoking on this cookie. These niggas don't even smell what the rock is cooking. If this rap don't work, then it's back to jugging. I might just hit some stains, then it's back to boogie.